Hello my scrappy friends, Melinda Sweetman here with you with my next process video. Thank you so much for joining me. This one is for Cut to You and it is my first spooky or perhaps not so spooky share for Halloween. I'm using this cut file from Cut to You. It's called Trick or Treat and creating a 12 by 12 layout using planner supplies. So Halloween planner supplies that I got from Cocoa Daisy last year that I haven't yet used, but I really love them, so I wanted to get them onto a layout. I have cut my cut file in textured white cardstock, and you can see here that I have left my cut file on my cutting mat, and I'm using my VersaFine ink pad here, which needs re-inking. I didn't realize until I was doing this. And I am colouring that cut file with that. I realised after I was smushing down super hard that I had other ink pads that I could use, so I pulled out my archival ink and finished off with that. I'm just going to go through and weed my cut file, and then I will come back once that's all done, and I'm pretty sure I'll have it. Oh no, first I'm going to treat my cut file. There are a couple of little bits that didn't cut quite right, so I'm doing that. This is an old Silhouette Cameo mat that I have kept for this reason. It is sticky enough that it will hold things, but not so sticky that I can put it through my Cameo. That was embossing ink that I showed you there, and I am just dabbing that all over. I'm doing this in sections, so I'm just starting with the word treat. And I'm going to use some clear embossing powder and heat set that. I end up doing this total, I think I do it twice. So I do 2 coats on the whole cut file. Once this is all covered, I will heat set it. I love the magic of watching it melt, so I've left that in for you. If you're going to try something like this, so when you get around to like the second time heating it, you will notice that the powder melts faster, but you can see here I'm just melting all that powder to get a nice glossy finish, and then I'm going to do that one section at a time and go over the whole thing twice. I'm just showing you where the word treat is done, and I'm going to jump forward here. So I have got this background paper. I think it's from 13 Arts. I've had it in my stash for a while, but I thought it was a great match for the collection that I'm using. I'm using the stamp set that came in the planner kit. It is a Halloween stamp set, and so I thought I was stamping in the right place. I'm using archival ink here in Black Silk. You'll see in a sec that I'm totally not stamping in the right spot. Not totally, but mostly. So I'm doing first generation stamping and second generation stamping and third generation stamping, so that's just stamping once and then again without re-inking. And you can see here when I bring my cut file back in that I have totally stamped in the wrong place. So I'm going to try again. I'm not terribly worried that there's extra stamping there. It's all going to add to the look that I'm going for, which was just a few areas of some mixed media without going totally overboard. I have used the papers in that planner kit to back my cut file here, and I've backed the spider web with vellum as well. So you can see I'm also, where I don't want the first generation stamping, I'm just stamping that off behind where I know the photos and the main part of that cut file is going to be. And I'm just going to work my way through this stamp set. I use most of the stamps on here, and you can see I'm just stamping in those 3 areas, and like I said, doing first, second, and sometimes the third generation stamping. And I'm just going to keep going until I'm happy with how this looks. So the first one is, the first stamp I used is a definition of spooky. This one says October 31. I use one that says trick or treat, boo, some stars. I've got the little gnome with the bat hanging from his hat. I've got the pumpkins. I really love this stamp set. It's super cute. And I think this is all my stamping. Yeah. So I've got that stamping. You can see I've like stamped each of those elements in those 3 places, and now I'm coming in with some splatters. This is shimmers. Can't remember the colour. If you need to know the colour, let me know and I can find it for you. And then I wanted to add some black splatters as well. This is my black gouache that I've added some water to, and I'm just splattering that. Then I'm going to put my background aside and let that dry. I really love this little bit of mixed media. It was fun to create, and it didn't take me hours and hours to create either. This is one of the papers from the kit that I'm working with. This is one of the 3x4 cards, and I'm just inking up all of my edges with some black ink. I've got a photo, this is from last year, of my 2 boys. They are trick-or-treating, and they're still, I'm pretty lucky, I think. They're still happy for us to go with them, and every now and then I catch them chatting to each other, and if you zoom in you might be able to see the face that's on my little one, the one with the grey cape, and I don't know what they're talking about, but I do love watching their relationship grow, and whatever it is they're talking about, it looks like they're having fun. So this is how I'm going to layer up all my pieces. I've got that banner up on the top left-hand corner of my photo. I'm going to layer that card to the right. And then I've got these stickers. So there's another little gnome. He's so cute. And then the pumpkins. And then I've got more pumpkins, which is super cute. I'm just trying to work out exactly where I want things, because I don't want things exactly lined up. So I don't want those 2 3x4 cards exactly lined up, but I do want to layer things. So I'm just mucking around with that. These die cuts are actually stickers, so I will stick parts down and add dimension where I need to. So you can see I've got my photo popped up on some scrap cardboard, so I'm just adding some scrap cardboard behind those stickers as well. Alright, so you can see I'm just layering that up so that the top line of the treat is kind of the straight line that I'm working with. I found that with this collection, even though it is, I use quotation marks here, a planner kit, it translated so perfectly to a scrapbook layout. I had so much fun with it. Halloween is not a huge thing here in Australia. I sometimes wish that it was more of a huge thing, because I really do love the supplies, but maybe I don't need another supply addiction. So yeah, I'm just going to add these, basically end up with like a row of pumpkins along here, and I love it. It's so cute. There's a pumpkin there that's dressed up like a mummy, and then a black one with orange stars, and I really like the way they all layer together. I like the little ghost that is there as well. Working out the final placement here. I'm going to add a little bit of cardboard here just to pop it up a little bit. Then I stick it down and it falls off because it's stuck like with about 1/2 millimeter of glue. It does fall off, but that's okay. So I have added ink around my 2 journaling cards, so around the 2 3x4 cards here, and I think I've added ink around my photo as well. Not around those stickers though, because they've got that white border. I chose not to. I'm going to stick those together so I can move that whole thing as one piece. Bring my background back in. It's all completely dry, and then I'm going to stick my cut file down. So I'm just using my ATG just to get it into place so it's in the right place, and I have enough time to move it if it's not where I want it, which you'll see it isn't to start with. I stick it down and it's too far to the left. I've got my T-square. So tell me, when you do you use non-traditional scrapbooking supplies in your scrapbook layouts, or do you stick solely to scrapbooking products? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know any kind of fun or interesting ways to use unexpected things on scrapbook layouts. Please do share. That would be a really fun idea, actually. Something that's not traditionally scrapbook, or even necessarily card making or planner supplies would be super fun to work with. Maybe if you have any ideas, leave them below for me. I'd love to know. Or if you've done something with something that is not your typical scrapbooking or crafting supplies, let me know. I'd love to know. I've got this other 3x4 card here that I want to include. I'm going to cut it into a tag shape and use it for my journaling. I'm going to use the back. But it's got that same little gnome on it, and it says, be afraid, be very afraid. I mean, who could be scared of that little gnome? He's the cutest thing ever. Right, so I first thought I was going to cut this little bag down to fit that card better, but you can see I'm playing with it, and I don't like the way that I don't get the angles on the sides. So I do actually stick it down like, or do I stick it down like that? No, I just play with it and decide, no, I don't like it. So I'm just going to add tape to the inside of my 2 lines here, where it was originally folded, which leaves enough room for me to put that card in. And then I'm going to fold up the bottom of the bag, and it's going to be just the right size. I am going to stick this behind my photo and 3x4 card. Making sure that's nice and flat, because it is going behind. I do want it to sit reasonably flat if I can. I'm going to grab a die and use that as a template to cut my corners here. And then, yeah, I use the same die to kind of get the center. Off camera, I have added some black and orange twine to that hole in the tag, making sure I've got this in the right place, and then decided that I needed to make it a little bit shorter so that my tag would go all the way down and I didn't lose it completely. Happy with that. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to I think the back of my photo and card, and stick that little bag down. It'll be a surprise. Got too much glue here, so I'm just rubbing that off. One of the good things about the ATG. And I'm going to stick this one down. You can see there that my other pumpkin has fallen off. That's okay. I am mostly eyeballing this to make sure it's straight, I think. Oh no, bringing the teeth through. I do have a companion page to go with this. It is going to be a pocket page using the same supplies. So once that's done, I will get that up on my YouTube channel for you as well. Does anyone else here create companion pages that are either 12 by 12, or maybe pocket pages, or maybe a smaller size? When you've got extra photos but you don't really have 12 by 12 layouts you want to create with them. Yeah, I've got I think it's a 9 by 12 pocket page that I'm going to create to go on. It'll be on the left hand side of this one, and then I'm currently working on another 12 by 12 to go on the back of this one, which is me with one of my best friends dressed up for Halloween last year. Yeah, my boys' costumes are not very obvious here. One of them, so the little one, which is on the right, he's dressed up as the Mandalorian, scary stuff. And the big one is dressed up as a zombie Harry Potter. Bless him. I've had one request from one of them this year. And it's my little one, and he wants to go as a zombie cat. A zombie cat. So if you can help a girl out, help me out. I have no idea where to even start. I thought about going to Big W or something and buying some cat ears and adding some red drips or something. I don't know. But that is my layout done. Done. This was super fun to create. I really did have fun. I love the little bit of mixed media in the background. I love the products that I've got on this page, even though they are planner products. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notifications whenever I post anything. I really do appreciate all of your comments and the time that you choose to spend with me on my YouTube channel. It truly is appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed today, and I shall see you in my next process video. Have a fantastic scrappy day, my friends.